Hi, I'm Noah Gardner. Today we're going to be discussing the 75-year evolution of player safety in the NFL. Now, injuries can happen at any time, any place in football, and these injuries can be in the lower body, upper body, and in the head area. Today we're just going to focus on the head area, the steps the NFL has taken to prevent these head injuries, and further steps that can be taken to prevent them in the future. Now, we start off in 1949 when the NFL made the switch from the leather helmet to the plastic helmet. And also in the 1950s, these plastic helmets featured a single bar face mask across the face. This wasn't enough, however, and in the 1960s and 70s, the NFL would go to implement foam inside the helmet that can help with the head-to-head contact and lowering these. They did see a lowering in concussions, but in the 1980s, the NFL made the switch to polycarbonate plastic. This plastic was lighter and durable and made it less of an impact when these helmets would go head to head. At this time, Riddle was the premier maker of helmets in football. These helmets were a round dome shape. They had both ear holes on both sides and a 3-bar face mask that could help with any excess bars coming into the helmet. In 2002, however, Riddle's quality had gone down, and the players were surveyed and noticed that their injuries in the head area had been increasing year after year. So that's why in 2002, Schutt Sports came in with their version of the helmet to help create competition between Riddle and Schutt for the best safety. We flash forward all the way to 2020 and the rise of the Guardian caps in practice. These are big caps that the players wear on top of their helmet to add an extra layer of foam and padding. When they hit each other in practice, it is much less of an impact. This has been the most successful one so far, as ever since the introduction of the Guardian caps on the helmets, these concussions and these other head injuries have gone down by 10%. Now we get into rule changes, and these rule changes have helped bring down the head injuries drastically. You look in 1976 when the NFL implemented the head-to-head contact rule. This rule, if you hit your opponent in the head, it was a 15-yard penalty the other way for the team. Then in 2017, we saw 191 concussions, which was a league high at the time. This was big too, because this is when the independent doctors were on both the sidelines. These doctors are now required to individually evaluate every single player that is exempting concussion symptoms. In 2023, the NFL made big changes to the kickoff and special team rules. This is now to help players who can call for a fair catch on a kickoff and get the ball at the 25-yard line any given time. This is very important and strongly encouraged, as defenders who are kicking the ball off are flying down the field at a high rate of speed and causing large contact with the receiver of the football. Now, we've looked at past changes the NFL has made and the current ones, but how can we make changes in the future? One big suggestion that I would have would be using these Guardian caps inside the actual game. It's unlikely, but I think this could be one of the biggest changes the NFL can make and could really help eliminate head injuries, because you're getting an extra layer of foaming and padding on the head. Another thing I would have to do is almost completely eliminate contact in practice with person in person. There's still plenty of other ways you can get contact by hitting dummies, but this right here, by eliminating that, will eliminate any unwarranted injuries inside of practice. That's all for my speech today. Thank you.